I would like to point out the comment in my chat that says, "You can concede now." I think I'll just go meta. We had in the tournament a Kurtrus deck. And the Kurtrus was actually pretty good, but if you're drafting this class, you want to have a lot of duplicates. Typically, we were unusually lucky to not get duplicates, unlucky to not get a million wolves and studies and stuff, but it was actually very unusual that it worked out, I think. We'll just go meta just to be safe, and then we try to get all the wolves. Will be the strategy. Probably this over Tram Operator, I guess. You just don't know if Tram Operator is going to activate yet. We got a Flame Reaper. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of Flame Reaper. I've never really have been, but obviously, you know, a lot of potential and stuff. What's up, Sam Max? How you doing? Alright, we got studies. Huge. What's up, -1? I missed like the whole thing. Yeah, it was a good time. Well, Demon Hunter was not a class that was buffed, and as we can see here, should probably put this up. I've like never drafted this card. There's actual synergy for Nagas in this class. I guess I'll try this then. You shouldn't need draw. There's just so much draw available in this class. I guess we'll try that. This card's really good. Same thing, we have Naga synergy. Just having a 1-drop is very good in this class though. Copying Metamorphosis is actually really good, isn't it? It would be, because you can actually stack those. Deal 8 damage a turn instead of 4. It's not like you're limited to 1 hero power per turn, because each time you cast it, you get a new hero power. So you can actually use it twice. Copying Sigil is not very good, because you cannot stack those, and they're very slow, and you're gonna overfill your hand, probably. Copying Studies is very good, but a proactive 1 might just be more important right now, to be honest. We do have like the Shambler, which makes me kind of want either these or a spell effectively, so you could do that, but I think you really want 1s in this class. Partner is one of the best cards in this class. Since I took that other one, maybe I skip this one. I could take a Pocket Sand here. I think I will. This is garbage, right? Garbage. I guess this is the least garbage, probably. We got AWOOO. This has some potential, obviously. You'd have to like play both of these and have this like not die, but this could work, obviously. I mean, I don't know. We definitely take it. The moment you speak, exactly. It was like the moment your chat message came up, I clicked a card and the next card was Wolf. So can you do it again, Zapper? I guess I'll take this. It should get some value. Okay, it actually keeps working. I'm gonna need you to do it again, Zapper. Brews can be good because you can brew wolves, but we don't have that much else. We have like basically nothing else that's even remotely good with it, so this time would be an Illidari. That would be fair. I don't know if a second Deceptor is that good. Maybe we take another Sigil Runner this time, which does slightly boost the other Deceptor. I might need things to actually just throw on the board anyway, though, in this deck right now. I mean, you look at our mid game and you're like, what mid game? There is no mid game right now. I probably should just take a thing rather than just cycle to not do anything. Okay, this is good. Oh, there's the study. A little late this time, but pretty close. Chad has carried us into another potential wolf. Now that I have 2 of these, Fell Screamer is slightly better. I'm still probably taking the Trog Exile because I think I need 3s, right? I was gonna be a little nervous about having 2 of them. I only have 1, so yeah. Should be the best card. Oh my god, now you have to choose between potential Snake Eyes and potential Wolf. You still take Wolf, right? I feel like there might be an argument when we already have two Wolves, 2 Studies, that maybe one of the other is better here. There's 4 class Nagas, 4 neutral. There's no point where like Wolves become bad. On average, Studies is better, I'm pretty sure, because Studies is 60% of a Wolf. even if you miss, the studies is still going to... Basically, it's always going to give you card draw, which will just get you to the other wolf, which is also really good. I think Oasis Outlaws, like, the issue is it's just too likely to miss, I think. Because a lot of times when you do this, you get forced to take Zola, which, I mean, we can potentially Zola a wolf. But, you know. We don't have Forge, right? I guess I just take this anyway, even... I mean, this is pretty weak, but... This is only gonna draw like half the time, but like it's still probably the best card here. Like if we needed a 3 a little bit more, a 3-mana 3/3 would probably be better than this. The one thing you would argue is that this is just easier to get out of the outcast slot. I don't know, I think this is fine. There's literally a card that is the same card that doesn't have a downside. I don't know, I'll grab this. That was the last pick. Anyway, I mean, this seems like a very good deck, right? Because we got 5 wolves. And that's all that really matters, right? My monitor had a mess up earlier, and now my monitors are messed up. Great. But I think I know how I can fix this. Okay, perfect. I think what happened is my DisplayPort cable died, because I woke up and one of my monitors wasn't working, but I think it was the cable, because I used another cable and then it started working, so...
This place is scary.
Okay, so I can set up a turn 5 wolf. That's part of the reason the studies is so good too, because you can also mana cheat this. This thing's very strong against us, but it's a good card actually. It's probably just better now. So I mean, I just need to play this next turn. It's funny that Sunstruck Henchman and Working Greaser and Chillwind Yeti are all in the same pool. Yeah. Woo! So one problem is that's going to be really hard to actually outcast now, but we'll find a way. If we get a 1, then we can actually outcast from the right. And I have some synergy here, by the way. If I wanted to, I mean, I play this, right? I mean, you could go 3 and 3 here, but I don't think you skip this. It forces a Forge plus whatever the fuck that 3-mana card's called. Bellowing Flames. If he has that. Should be his whole turn. Okay, that was actually a pretty good draw too, but still that's his whole turn. Probably just go 4 and 2 here. This does die to Bellowing, which would really suck, but I think... Would he have Bellowing to that? You can't really know. Maybe. I don't know. It's still probably the play. Bellowing got nerfed like a while ago. Warrior did just get nerfed again. We don't exactly know which cards they actually nerfed, but... possibly nerf Bellowing again. Okay, so I probably want to just play everything on the left. When I say play, I mean not play that one, but you know. I think I do just play this, right? I guess I could have coined a 1 because, I mean, I'm gonna have to coin anyway next turn. There's only a question is like, maybe I saved the wolves because he could be sitting on a, I guess I'll save it, huh? Because I can do this too, which is fine. I mean, I guess he gets to kill the death rattle this because my board's full, but I am a little worried about sanitize. Like, we're 0-0, so maybe he has neither, but like, we know he doesn't have bellowing, and if he doesn't have bellowing, he probably has sanitize, right? That would be the fear. But maybe this is just the guy that has neither. He certainly feels that way right now. Woo! I don't really have board space is the issue, so we're just gonna have to save the wolves forever. Tortoise, yeah, Tortoise is just, he hasn't hand buffed yet, so Tortoise wouldn't be good enough for this, which that would actually make an argument to do the wolves before Tortoise ruins you. Why is this a thing, by the way? Just like, what? Like, why is this the most common card in this class? Can someone explain this to me? I think I'll let 1 take damage. I guess I'll play this. He was, hold up, wait, my tracker's still not working. Oh, that was what I was doing. I wanted to I didn't actually reset the tracker. Maybe I don't need this. Yo. But I wanted to see. I don't know where the brawl came from. I don't know if he was holding on to it or what, because the tracker was off. Was it? It was the turn 8 top deck though. I don't know. I would have to look. Then we still have this coin. Holy shit, dude. Okay, we got him to finish off the weapon. That is brutal. That was barely enough to actually win. You wonder how they're gonna power creep Wolf? That's an excellent question, yeah. There's gonna be something stronger than Wolf next expansion, probably. What turn was the brawl? I don't even see the brawl. Oh, there it was. Oh no, he top decked it on turn 11, okay. Or turn 10, whatever. Just look for wolves though. Yeah, the thing was I used the weapon because I didn't think that... I was considering like the fact that I might need it for metamorphosis, because if you don't hit him in the face, you're losing a hero power damage, so... I was thinking more about meta, less about that thing, but it also worked for that thing. I literally have not faced a fucking paladin that doesn't have Rooney in like 16 years. I don't quite have the mana to play this, so... I guess I go 4/4 hero power, or I can go... this in hero power. If you go 4/4, you get a 4/4 on the board. If you do this... well, it's like this way you have a 4/4 on the board, this way you have... like a 1/1 and a 2/3, which I guess is worse. You push damage the other way, but... probably not super relevant. What's worse, to play against Rooney or Prison Yogg? Neither of them are cards you should encounter very often. I don't know. They're probably about the same. Like, something's not working if you're seeing that card super often. I'm kind of giving him this, which I don't love, but like, you know, you can't actually really set this up properly. I don't think Prison is a better card than Rooney. I think they're about the same. Prison does show us higher win rate, so I don't know. The thing is, Rooney is harder to use too. Wasn't really expecting to do that, to be honest. So I might wait on... I can get, maybe I do this, because I can get card draw if I don't get the wolf. And if I get the wolf, that's still better too. Like, the card draw is also good, so I think I do this. You didn't take the healing, but I mean, a paladin usually shouldn't be able to full smark. It's annoying that it goes to exactly 5 attack. Meta I can play. Well, that's actually really good. So I can do this and this. Seems cool. We're not too weak to beam now. Fine. Hello? You just not playing it? You see what I was talking about Rooney being hard to use? So, possible that Reaper the Face was still better. I wanted to do this to, you know, to give him the problem of having to deal with that, but I couldn't really do that while also, like, utilizing the damage, so I don't know. Suddenly a million healing. So I can try for Wolf again. The game's broken, so I have to reset. Have they said anything about that bug, by the way? That bug's been around for like 2 months at this point. It's a lot less bad than some of the other times there have been like game-breaking bugs like that, because that one actually is so obvious that you get to just reset immediately and it doesn't break your actions, so... He dreamed my wolf chat. Got him. And he's dead. Alrighty. Oh yeah, in standard it's weird right now because yeah, the oh, I know standard's like super imbalanced right now. At the top level, at really high MMR, I don't think Paladin's dominant, but like Paladin's, I was like at HS Replay right now. Front page win rates are mostly lower MMR, and at lower MMR, Paladin is #1 in all 3 constructed modes right now. It's #1 in standard, wild, and twist, and by a significant margin in all 3, by the way. So yeah, that's definitely not ideal. Let me check at high MMR. If you look at like top 1000 legend, it's actually still Paladin #1. So yeah. Yeah, that shouldn't be. Usually Paladin's weaker at high MMR. I'm gonna do this hoping that we get a good Chaos Strike target next turn. Top 1000 legend still usually isn't peak MMR, because it's really like top 100 would be like really, you know, the best players, but yeah, top 1000. If it's top 1 and top 1000, that's kind of also a problem. That would have been a nice draw last turn. Did he forge this, by the way? He did, right? Yeah. A little weak to beam here. They shouldn't have given Paladin both Prismatic Beam and Keeper Strength. Yeah, that's kind of been a problem in Arena too, yeah. I feel like next turn I probably do both of these. This turn I just play this. I don't know, is that what's caused Paladin to be really good in Arena 2? Oh yeah, because like their Showdown Paladin is the #1 class, and yeah, that's just because of Beam Showdown combo, right? Showdown is literally by far the highest performing card in the entire deck. And Beam is the second highest performing card for in the entire deck, and you get one guess why. I'm gonna just pocket sand the 6/3, right? Yeah, it's typically a weakness of Paladin. Well, Paladin for a long time could like a quality clear. They could do that kind of a board clear, like a complete board clear. But it would be like a mostly 2-sided board clear, and it was very expensive. It's like a combo. They had that ability. They didn't have cards like Prismatic Beam or Keeper Strength that are super low effort, super high value board clears. That they never had. That's like super outside of what Paladin's ever been able to do. and very confusing. But it's like, I don't know, that's just been a card design direction. You know, it was like a couple years ago they were talking about how they wanted classes to have strengths and weaknesses, but now it's like they've gone back on so many of those weaknesses. Paladin's now like, I don't know, maybe the second best board clear class when that was supposed to be one of their weaknesses. Like it's just very confusing to me. I think it's the best 2 targets, nice. Yeah, soon Rogue is gonna have like a taunt deck or something. I think I actually just start using this maybe. Okay, yeah, I think I do this to get it down to try to get pressure on. If we're good at the game, we just draw another wolf. Kind of bad. He didn't get a rush, but obviously the lifesteal's a problem. I could just cleave this board. I could save the cleave and I could play everything else, right? It's just, I mean, the one thing is that, you know, the cleave actually gets like real value because it denies the healing too. I guess I like the cleave too much. And do I care about that or do I just go phase? I probably don't need to care about that, right? Deputization aura becomes a instant punish, but wait, you only draw 1. Guess I reborn you. Do I play this? I become weaker to beam, which probably isn't ideal. I guess not. It would allow me to push face this turn and then still be able to go face again next turn, but you haven't seen Priest in Arena lately. It's because Priest has been like by far the worst class in Arena. It did just get buffed very significantly, so it might be playable now. I'm not saying it is. It might still be garbage, but I mean, it's definitely going to be better than it was. I saw another streamer had a decent Priest today. He's only 3-2 now. Yeah, it might still be bad. Disciple's really good if he happens to have... I don't know, maybe I toss this. I'm gonna toss this, actually. I want to look for slightly better cards. Does that even work, Stein? Can you even make people's chat red in YouTube chat? I don't know if that works. I mean, I have this coming, but... I'll probably still do this. You have to kill these because if you don't kill it, he just gets an extra draw, so... And potentially multiple extra buffs, so... Yo, Ben Holio with the Prime sub. Appreciate it. I mean, I'm face tanking that, right? I don't think I pre-studies here because I have this blocking the Wolf Outcast if I do that. Which is probably less than ideal. I also gain a health by hero powering, so it does something. Why can't we get good things? Twitch chat plus YouTube player. If you could get that with the Twitch extension as well, that would be ideal. It's just unfortunate that YouTube chat can't have 7 TV emotes. That would also help a lot. Well, this has to die, so I guess I don't have any other plays here unless you want to tempo this. Enemy played Ivory Knight and your greedy partner did a shiny particle effect. Maybe they added the reaction things you can do in Marble Snap to this game, and they just didn't tell anyone. In Marble Snap, you can like emote off your own cards for some reason. I don't know why the hell you're able to do that, but you can, so... Don't know why that's a thing. Why they thought that would be used for anything other than BM. I have no idea. Like, let's add a style of emoting which can literally only be used for toxicity and has no other purpose. Isn't it cool? You just hit the same card every time. I may miss 4 to protect this. I think I do. But yeah, the YouTube player, the way that you can actually rewind so easily, yeah, it's always a pain in the ass. Because not only you have to go to the VOD, which is a different URL on Twitch, but also it's like it's buggy. If you go to the VOD multiple times, it doesn't load the new stuff properly. Yeah, the Twitch VODs are terrible. I have to like open incognito windows to clear the... You can get around it, but you have to go through incognito. And you have to like... You know, clear the cookies or whatever the hell. Because it's trying to do something with cookies. That's what breaks the whole thing. You have to press clip. Yeah, sometimes I do that. You can also do that. You can watch clips, but do clips to shortcut around that as well. I might just play the Shambler here. Like, I'm obviously doing this. But if I want to do this, like, I have to give this up. This thing is going to activate, but it's just going to be so long that I don't know that it's worth it. I feel like it's not. But I'm going to go ahead and put more stats down this turn. Because the thing about using the clip thing is it's a little weird, because, you know, if I go check it, if I go check my VODs, I can actually see when people clipped it, which is weird. So if I'm watching some other streamer and they see I made a bunch of clips whenever like anything bad happened, or whenever they start complaining or something, they start to get sus on me. So I can't really do that. They'd be like, wait a second, what the hell's this guy up to? So the wolf got to like the hardest spot possible to outcast. That's part of why I'm going for the cleave play. Just because that thing does kind of need to get out of my hand for multiple reasons, actually. Oh! It's awkward if it's snipe. And I can't even play around the snipe with this. I mean, I guess I just do it anyway. If it's snipe, then whatever. If it's bait and switch, I'll just give up a 1/1, that's fine. Yeah, that's annoying. But it's almost certainly explosive. I just go in anyway, right? I mean, I could hold off, but the thing about hunters is like, you can't give them infinite time either. Oh. Well, that worked out shockingly well. Okay. Only problem is I'm not staying off this wolf, but obviously playing this wolf made it seem worth it. Getting Varanus comboed by Dreadscale. I knew it immediately it was Dreadscale too. Huh. Ah! Now your cards are 1 mana extra next game. Got him, chat. Got him. And for anyone that's subbed or a member on YouTube as well, if you connect your account, either Twitch or YouTube, to Discord, you'll be able to get into like the extra channels and stuff. So I don't think I keep this though. Honestly, what I can do, honestly, I just keep it and I play it on one, right? Probably what I do. We can, it would have sucked if this was like, if we drew Flame Reaper right here. But otherwise, we can just outcast from the left pretty easily. We missed? What? I can go Sigil though. I don't want to, if I take this, I don't want to play it though, because I want to keep the discounts on the wolf. I think I'll actually keep this. I'm not going to be able to play until turn 5, but that's fine. I can do both of these on 5. Be a really high value bone breaker, but oh well. I'm not going to have much health, but also oh well. Maybe, I wasn't thinking about this damage. Maybe the healing was better here, because I could have had a I-beam instead of this. That may have been better, because that could have helped us protect the wolf from something. Most awkward thing ever would be if he just randomly plays a trapdoor spider here. Then I actually cannot deal with it. I mean, I could. I'd have to like play the Sigil Runner and then not delay the wolf by a whole turn. Or you just give up a wolf. Fuck. The exact situation where I would have wanted that, I mean. That's tragic. Yeah, I probably messed up. Like, I probably should have taken the I-beam. Which is a lot worse than a 6/6. But I think I do. I mean, I'd rather play it with initiative if I was going to. I can play this and then hopefully I don't get Snake Whale off of that. Did you get better at the arena? You're stuck at 3 wins? I have a lot of guide videos. I'll probably try to put one out relatively soon, a new one too, but like the most recent ones I made are pretty up to date. There's no simple answer. Arena's, in my opinion, a lot harder than the other modes. I mean, not like... I mean, Constructed gets really hard at like the very high level, but being a competent Constructed player isn't very difficult compared to like Arena even, in my opinion at least. It's a lot harder to even be above average in Arena. Fuck. Because, I mean, it's because of the Arena, largely because of the Arena format, right? It's not unless you innately enjoy the format, it's really hard to play Arena if you're not really strong at it, right? And it takes a lot of work to get strong at it, so it creates a cycle where bad players quit, it becomes harder for everyone, and then, you know. So do I probably cleave all this and I just trade the 2/2s, right? And then I do this. I wish I had spell damage. I don't think I have the Snake Whale lethal achievement on any account yet. I'm like still waiting for that. I should just go play Mage in Constructed so I can finish it. I have a really bad feeling I'm gonna just straight up lose to a Reska right now, but maybe I don't. This doesn't feel like a Reska. Okay. Can I stop drawing this maybe? Would that be like possible at all? If I draw the mech, I'll just rage. Like, we can actually die now. I probably have to trade. Just horrific. We have like Coordinate Strike we could hit.
I grow impatient.
Okay, well I have the option to just trade with that now. I probably do that. Wait a second. I'm one off. Yeah, I was really hoping for, I mean, Coordinate Strike would have been by far the best. Also, Crazy Alchemist would have been insanely good there too. Fine. I'm going, by the way, because for the Discord, if you're a Twitch member, a Twitch sub, or a YouTube member, both of them are, they're both true as essentially equivalent for the Discord, so. I want to launch some more sub-specific stuff soon, pretty soon. So. Is this thing broken? That one's not particularly useful, but oh well. I mean, I can kill this, but I wish I could actually play this. Then that would be easier. But given what I have, I kind of need to push this face damage, I think. The answer, Neomac, is yes, all of the above combined. Your last 3 runs, almost all your losses because you lost team point at 3 or less health, you can never finish them off. Yeah, that's been a thing that the game is not over until you actually kill them. People can always, in Arena, top deck a Sunspot Dragon, and you can be, you know, go from winning to losing immediately if you can't deal with it, right? So it's like, that's been part of what's changed about Arena in the last couple of months. It's made it a lot more difficult. Yeah, he was saying they're doing a lot of math. I don't think he had a way to live there on board. Even if he lived on board, he was going to die to the weapon. So I feel like it didn't, probably. No, it did, right? I think that one went 10-0. Actually, it went 10-0 to 10-1 to 12-1, I think. So, this is a curve. Do I keep it? Sure. Okay. Yeah, Demon Hunter's actually... I mean, I actually think Demon Hunter was really good. There are a couple tricks that help if you know them, which not a lot of people do. One of them is that this card is the best card in the entire class, and you should pick it over almost anything. But also, Demon Hunter was the best class that just didn't get nerfed. There was a patch today, and they did not nerf Demon Hunter. So Demon Hunter might be the best class in the game now. It's very possible. I don't know that it is, but it's pretty likely that it is. This is not actually how you want to use this card, because you want to use this to cheat out a wolf, but... I don't know, because actually he gets the sludge, maybe it was better too. It may have been better to just go Deconstructor Hero Power. I don't know. We'll get really punished if we top deck a wolf on 5. Because that's the whole point, is that you want a wolf on 5 because of this, but I'm wasting the coin for marginal value, so we'll see. Yeah, that Demon Hunter went 10-0 to the 12-1. I may just go... I should just do this, right? You're running 2 partners in Constructed Relic DH? I think there's talk about nerfing it because it's OP and Constructed, yeah. Actually. I don't know if it'll happen or not, but I know people are like considering like the fact that it might be nerfed for Constructed. It's that broken. What's funny is that, I mean, the thing is that it's better than a 1-mana 2/3. That's why it's so good. Like, this card exists, and I think this card does see pretty significant play in Constructed too, but this is like a 1-mana 2/2 that draws a card, which is still probably weaker than Partner. I could ignore this, like that's a play, but like I can also kill it off. And then like meta is a way to kill it, Warblades is a way to kill it. I guess saving meta for face makes a lot of sense. And I guess I play this. Actually, this is probably better. I don't know, I'll save the flexibility of the other thing. I was also thinking, it's like, I could value trade here, but I think this is just safer at full health, but it could get just rushed down by, like, the Excavate card they buffed for some reason. Or this could happen. This sucks. I don't think we can win, actually. Let's see. I mean, I have a shot at just like completely smarking him. I have to do that, right? I don't have another way to win, I think. Hunters usually, they still usually don't heal. Maybe I mean, I could have, instead of playing this, I could have gone like Hero Power and played this too. Maybe even better. I may even track it before Sunspot at least, so that helps. That's a problem. I may just have to go for it now, because I don't know that going for board is productive even. I guess I think I do.
Now I am
You can't lifesteal a minion, no? But you can still camouflage mount. There's no lifesteal rush, right? So anyway, can't sunspot now. Alrighty. Just imagine we get a fucking voodoo doctor. Yeah, but anyway. This is a good game though, just to show like, this is what's difficult about Arena. Sometimes you just have to recognize, like, we have no chance of winning this game any other way. You just have to go for it, right? This is like playable. Is this good enough? I mean, we can go 1, 2, 3 into potentially coin Wolf on 4. We gotta try that, right? I'd rather have a bear 2, but I think we'll go for that. This is gonna be pretty hard to play, but we still have to go for the strat. 4, 5, 6. I mean, it's not that bad actually. Good thing that wasn't the other plague. So what's so weird about this card though, the studies, is because like every wolf you have actually makes studies better because it allows you to actually do this too. The card is just so funny. Nice. We still don't have a frost plague in our deck. No, 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 no! I really think they made those shoot themselves more often than they're supposed to. I really think they did. They like if there's a single target spell that doesn't specify enemies, like these things just cack themselves way too often. I really think they did it on purpose. That one's just a 50-50, so it's not like super crazy, but like it really, like, there's just way too many times where there's like 6 minions on board and it just hits itself. And they'd probably be like, we thought you guys would never notice. I think honestly, I mean, this is a curve, but it's not a great curve. I need to find wolves, right? Because my opponent's gonna be doing the same thing. We still got a curve. This is a slightly better curve too. Am I drinking? This is a Canadian lager. It's called Moosehead. Happened to be on sale and it seemed pretty good last time, so I got it again. Is there any way to like set... I mean, I can never get this to work anytime soon. It's like if I double trade, I can coin this. The thing is, if I go 3 into 4, like I'm still not playing this. I can't coin this because it's going to be too slow anyway. The one upside of saving the coin would be that if I happen to top deck a wolf on 5, I could play it, right? That would be like the one big upside. I only have 1 in the deck though, so it's like a 1 in 23 that happens. I feel like coining this is probably just better. I think 22 out of 23 times this is the best play. Of all the Canadian beers? Why, is this like the Canadian Bud Light or something?
Looks like your luck is running out.
seems very similar to like a Dos Equis, which I also like. Has an okay reputation here. Okay. Well, I mean, Budweiser also has a good reputation in America, which is also why anyone outside of America thinks Americans have know absolutely nothing about beer. This card's like cursed. I mean, it got us that one lethal, but I have to play left so that I can... So I can activate this. The issue is if he has Wolf, we probably lose. I just couldn't play the first Wolf. My hand didn't work out. So if he has Wolf, we probably lose the game. He doesn't have Wolf. Oh yeah, Molson, yeah. I've just never had that really. I mean, I have before, but like I have no recollection of it really. I don't remember it being that bad, I guess. I just don't remember anything. I mean, Bud Light's at least relatively unique because they actually make Bud Light from rice, where a lot of the other cheap American beers are made out of corn. Which I feel like I get enough corn syrup in my diet. If I'm going to ingest things that are bad for me, I'd rather at least have it be rice-based than corn-based. So... it's just I get enough high fructose corn syrup, I think. Someone figured out that we added those back. Okay, we might be dying. Okay, he might be dying, is what I meant to say. I misspoke. But yeah, it's just pretty weird because like we wouldn't get much like super cheap Canadian beer. It's weird that Moosehead was as cheap as it was. It was just on sale, whatever. Yeah, now I'm close enough to Mexico that if I'm gonna get some random foreign beer, it would probably be Mexico that we get it from. What's my relationship with TFT? I've never really, I haven't actually played it like at all really. I probably should, but I've never played it. I really should, but like, I don't know. It's like, I don't play that many video games to be honest. And I have to play as much Hearthstone as I do for stream purposes, you know? So like, I just don't play that much of other stuff. I do need to try TFT more at some point, but I don't know. The thing is, from my understanding, it takes like such an extreme level. I want to be like competitive, even though I play like Arena, which is not considered competitive usually, but like still I would rather try to be at least competitive in the game I play. And my understanding is the level of investment to be competitive in that game is just so extreme time-wise, just due to factors of that game, that it would be difficult unless I wanted to go full balls into it, which, you know, I could do, but I'd also be disadvantaged because there's people that have played Auto Battlers way more than I have. That's forged already? Okay. He probably just dies if we meta him, right? Surely? Probably ignore that. That doesn't even draw. We probably just go in, right? The jig is up, basically. See, this is why you don't try to win long games anymore. Someone's just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna randomly fucking cast a 10 mana card randomly for free. Yeah, that's fair. I can Flame Reaper Face. Flame Reaper Face might be the winning play. Because if he doesn't have taunt, we win. He can have taunt or healing to win that way. It's the only play. Yeah, it's the only time to wolf, but the wolf just doesn't matter right now. The wolf doesn't do anything. It just stalls meaninglessly. I would like to point out the comment in my chat that says, you can concede now. You see, this is the difference between me and other people, chat. You mean my opponent can concede now? Well, the problem is if you wolfed on that board specifically, you have a 6-1 and a 6-6, but he trades the 6-6, pings the 1-1, the 6-1, and then he spends 5 more mana getting further ahead, and then you're just in the exact same position that you were the previous turn. Like, it's just, it's not productive to play wolf on that turn. You just fall further behind. I'm gonna toss this to look for a for wolves. This is a better version of that card. I'm probably going 1, 2, 3. Not the greatest 2, obviously, but it's still a thing. If he's an infinite value Demon Hunter, hopefully we can win. I guess I'll play this, because if I play this, it's a little weird anyway. Yeah, I believe that, Stein. That, yeah, there's just like weird stuff with how YouTube works. Like, it's just not optimized for streaming in a lot of different ways, I think. Even though they have the better player, it's kind of funny. This thing's awkwardly large. I want to, well, I actually can't even play turn 5 wolf anyway, because it's not going to be outcasted, so I guess I don't try. I guess I just do this. I could draw wolf, that is true, yeah. 2 out of 23 I would be able to play wolf, but this is very obnoxious. I could play this, or I can Snake Oil. Trade the Snake Oil. If I trade the Snake Oil and I draw Wolf, it's like the most awkward thing ever, though. If I get this and I get Wolf, it's also extremely awkward, actually. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna go for this. Yeah, no, if they balance for Arena, like, Wolf is, like, blatantly OP. It's also, like, the only thing keeping Demon Hunter competitive, so it's, like, a very weird situation. We have, what, 2 3 out of 5, so that makes it, like, what? It's only a 4 out of 25. It's only a 16% chance we miss. Oh. Well, that helps, too. Okay. It's good. I need to play the other studies.
I grow impatient.
I mean, I could just do this, but then he draws a million cards, which is not ideal. Awoo! I would say I'm surprised to see that this win-loss, but we do happen to be queued into a this is just a straight up barcode. So when barcodes play badly, that's just kind of what you expect, you know. So it is what it is. I can go meta trade here if I want, which is maybe better because then I can now cast from the left. That's probably better actually. I saved the wolf and it's taunt protected too. Seems pretty nice actually. Just in case he happens to have cleave weapon as his barcode thing. Try to protect against that. This isn't a barcode card back though. What card back is this? Does anyone know? Wintervale? Oh, is this like the new one? Like this year's Wintervale? I wanted to do this turn, but it's like... This is not what I wanted to like burn all my rushes into. I think so. I don't want to like draw. If I draw and then I find Wolf in like a really awkward slot, it could be really weird. The 1/1 rushes probably just aren't that important. Yeah, it's just like killing the Tyrant is not really an option. It's just way too much of a waste of resources to go into that thing. Okay. And it actually still stuck. Oh my god. If I play this first, then I lose like Flame Reaper as a lethal out. And even like, I think Chaos Strike's still lethal out, and I'm just gonna go for this. Awoo! Yo, Dreads with the raid. You have come at an excellent time. Okay, so if I keep you and I probably toss everything else. What is a Chinese default name? This is just a trend I've seen from Chinese accounts. You know how like for English names they have like Shadow Dragon, Lucky Pants, crap like that. The way that instead of like those are the default Battlenet names, instead of those in Chinese you have these. This is a color and this is a noun. This is just like a random, like something like this would be like, anyway, I play this right. Woo! This is just one of the default names. You would see something that are like, it would be like Shy Green Owl or something like that. If you happen to be a Duolingo person, you would like the joke. But like, it would be literally things like that. 2, 3, 4. So wait, I can go 2, 3, 4, and then still, I'll be able to coin this, right? So I can actually do, I can play this and then still do this. So I think I should do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or even this on 7 maybe. How do I know this? I've studied Chinese for 7 years. I don't know what these... I don't actually know how to read this whole thing. If someone wants to, if you just like screenshot this and put it into Google Translate, you'll be able to read it. I'm telling you, it's going to just be the exact format I just mentioned. I mean, I could do it myself. Snipping tool, go. Translate. The Last Pink Thief. Oh, I saw something like that in chat, actually. Yeah, Z2Y said that already. The last or the slowest? Yeah. I know this character. This character means like last. Or recent. Do I still do this? I mean, this kind of sucks. I still probably do. It's like, what else am I going to do is the issue. I could go for studies first to see if I hit something that's more useful here. If only,
I grow impatient.
yeah, the tokens. It's probably worth it. I mean, and there's no reason not to, really. I-beam helps. So I just wait on the wolves. This is going to activate, by the way. Because I'm doing this. Which one am I even supposed to kill? I'm not even sure. I'm not sure. Don't want to get hit by a 3-1 multiple times. Why didn't you kill wolves? Because the wolves just kind of trade out for the board and it's not even good. Wolves are as good as a swipe there, basically. Which is less than ideal. That might be off, Liz. That's probably slightly off. Probably not that off, though. Okay, so do I just coin Flame Reaper now? It's probably better, right? I mean, it's definitely better. You take a little bit of damage, but like, if you go wolves, it's just, it also just doesn't really work. I'm gonna be racing a fucking lifesteal weapon. Maybe he missed it, because he would have chosen it already. Okay, he missed it. We are just in a straight up race. But this is going to activate. I needed the wolves to actually tank that. That's unfortunate. Would we have died anyway? Okay, he would have stalled though. I mean, that's just bad RNG, right? I don't know. The one thing is that if we went for that wolf play, we would have taken less damage, but like, we also would have dealt less damage. Like, we would have been further behind in the race. Because the whole game was just a damage race. So, because he had the 15 damage weapon, which is just hard to beat. Okay, I just need to draw a 2-drop and then I win. Okay, we have a competitive game then. But don't think I hold that. Having the 2-3 down on 2 is probably about as valuable as cheating this out a turn. Fuck. You could ignore this, but I probably want to protect my guy. Paladins do still buff. I get multiple draws. Setting up in the future. And the question is, what's a barcode player? I have a YouTube video about that, where I talk about it very much in depth. This is like very much not what I really wanted to do this into. I think I still do this play though. I'm not that weak to beam as is. I need to make sure this doesn't just get cleared by beam really well though. Let's just have 12 fucking attack. Is there any world you ever do this instead? I think I trade a 6/6 to push 4. I don't know, maybe not. Because he's at full, so like the repetitive damage potential is pretty important. I probably don't actually. Yeah, there's a high potential he has more of these. I think we should probably be patient. Wouldn't it be nice if my class actually had AoE? So you didn't just automatically lose whenever this happens. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, I'm going to keep playing AWOOs, but kind of requires me to hero power. I can't kill that. Isn't this game just doomed? Yeah, probably.
My hand is too full.
Mother, we seek your counsel. Aye, winding up the pot. He has heard our plea.
So trading into Flame Reaper might be the only way I can actually win. I'm gonna have to ignore this probably. And just go face and just hope that somehow works. Yeah, I think we have to draw to try to find our reach, basically. Alright, so we're actually in a good spot if we draw Flame Reaper now. We have 4 draws. We did not hit it. We did hit AWOOO in the outcast slot though. It's weaker against beam, but
I smell gold in them there waters.
My shield for Argus.
Keep on fanning.
The Titan.
I'm literally just searching for Flame Reaper.
Time grows short.
I don't know, this doesn't feel great either. It's my big upside is I get to push 2 with this. The trades aren't good on board. There, he just top decked his beam, his first beam. Yeah.
Mother, we seek your counsel. He has heard our plea.
I yield for now.
Yeah, there's just nothing we can do. What was that? 21-14 in stats on turn 6? That was probably why we lost. That's probably the reason. Yeah, I mean, we just auto lost to his legendary, right? We don't have a legendary, and he just auto beat us with his legendary, so. I need to just get the stuff on the left out of my hand. Might have been better to actually start with a Shambler even. Oh my god. I don't think this is going to help against Warrior to pre-hit those. There's a point where wolves are bad. Have you played Arena before? I've never heard anyone that's played Arena say that before. This is not ideal either, but I didn't have a better play here. I mean, the best way to trade is this, for sure, right? Wong, I'm just gonna like ban you from the chat because you're annoying. Everything you said is annoying, so goodbye. It's annoying. I can't even do this yet. I'll go for this now.
Do not fear, corruption contained.
So this is weird. So I can wolf into that to just like trade them. Because I'm pushing damage, that might be fine. I mean, I could do the same play and just not trade, which is probably better.
I grow impatient.
Okay, we didn't get clicked by a sanitize here. I have the Flame Reaper, but like I don't know that I even want to kill this is the issue. How much worse can it get? The problem is they can spawn things like Kolagharn that you actually just have to kill. I mean, the one thing too is that if he spawns a Kolagharn, you also, and you don't kill it preemptively, you also lose automatically. That's the other problem. I know, we'll just hit another wolf, right? We missed. I think I'm just gonna leave it. That's the problem. I don't think I could beat a Kolagharn either way, like whether I spawn it myself or not. Like, if he gets a Kolagharn and I have to kill it myself, like we're also gonna lose. That's fine. I mean, as long as he doesn't hit the 1 in 4 or whatever it's gonna be. I need him to play a small minion. Thank you. I mean, I have to go board control now. We have to get studies here. Have to hit wolf. We did hit wolf. Do I try the same thing again? Probably, right? Trading seems equally nonsense. Probably even more nonsense than last time. Yeah, but I mean, if he gets sanitized, we just lose. I fucked up, I just realized. I should have shot this first. Yeah, it was bad. I had to prioritize actions because I was going to get roped. But yeah, I should have shot the 6-3 before I cleaved. I don't know why I didn't see that. That was weird. I would have gotten like the extra 6-6 base that way. I have to try to get this to hit. Yeah, I might add lethal this turn if I didn't screw that up. Yeah, Wise Jin with the Prime sub. Appreciate it. I think I would have lethal actually. AWOOO? It's not lethal, unfortunately. So mention why not lifesteal this? Yeah, that was probably better. I don't know, there was nothing, I mean, I could have traded it to see if I got Wolf that last turn, but I mean, I had a good play, so I didn't need it, so I don't think I needed to do it that turn, but I don't know, that was probably an option. I traded a 2-1. I would have been giving up board if I did that. If it looked more like I needed a better play, I probably would have. What's up, Wes? You know, I was asked, do I ever retire decks? I retired a deck once, like 2 years ago. Like once. I don't think I definitely haven't retired a deck in 2023. There might have been like once that there was a deck I drafted that I just didn't want to play and it was right near reset and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait until the reset. But yeah, I don't retire. I don't think it's the fact that I forgot to kill the minion. I should have just removed the not removing the mech before I cleaved was a really bad mistake. Because also he could have hit a mech and then I would have been able to hit the central. He could have hit a taunt and then it would have been even better actually. I mean, there's nothing wrong with retiring if you do it every once in a while. I have more of an issue when people retire like half or even like 2/3 of their deck. A lot of people that do that too don't have a very good sense of what a good deck even is, so they retire really good decks sometimes. I saw someone retire a Rooney Paladin once, because they just didn't know that Rooney is like the 3rd best card in the entire game. Probably the 3rd best card to ever exist in Arena outside of Titans, but... and Marigar. It's possible trading this way is better. Rooney is the new Paladin legendary, the one that gives you a location from the future, which we faced one of very early in this run. We only beat it because the opponent played it really poorly. It's one of the strong. It's like close to the strongest card ever made, if not the strongest card ever made in Arena. Oh, it's not the strongest, but it's very close. Should do this right. As long as I don't coin, I can still get a wolf off of this on 5. So then I just do that, right? And go max damage, I guess, because this isn't a typical AoE class, unless we get scammed by him having the just happening to get poison AoE, which can happen. No, I said I don't mind people that retire occasionally, but when people make it like an active thing and they also like essentially promote it as a thing that they do, that's when I start to have more of an issue with it. Because then it spreads and then it makes the game worse for everyone. We've been really good at hanging wolf in this deck. I have to like double trade, which sucks. Because of this thing. It's still really good. Which location do you think is the best from Rooney? It really depends on the situation. The secrets are actually super underrated. Obviously dragons are the best value you could ever get. in certain situations, the board clear is really good. Those are probably the best 3. I don't remember what all the other ones are, to be honest. Those are usually the 3 you want, I think. One of them's also summon a copy of a minion. In certain situations where you're the tempo aggressor, like, and you have synergy for that, that's obviously like the best one too. Those are probably the best 4. It just really depends. That's the thing, is Rooney is actually very hard to use. Because it really does depend. It's not just a brain dead card. And that's why some people struggle with it. It requires you to actually have a functioning brain, you know?
They will never catch me. X marks the spot.
I'm not going to be able to outcast this for a while. I think that's fine. Sounds complicated, just give you Gigafin? Exactly, right? Rooney's a really cool card. It's really strong, so that can make it frustrating to play against sometimes, but like, it is a... I would prefer a lot more of the really strong cards be like Rooney, rather than just, you know, I don't know, Midnight Wolf or something. I guess. Why am I getting Keeper Strength by a fucking Hunter? Okay, I should be able to activate this wolf, or I just get another wolf. That also works. These guys not even gonna know we had another wolf. Should we tell them we had another wolf, Joe? We should just keep it a secret. The wolves are carrying. This is pretty much how Demon Hunter works, though. Yeah, it's like Demon Hunter, you win with wolf or you don't win. These are the only 2 things that happen. More tremors, holy shit. I think he needed to taunt later, not first. Because he needed to go like poison first, and then... He needed to go poison, then Divine Shield, then taunt. And then we probably still lethaled him, actually. We definitely did, right? And if you're watching this on YouTube, like 1 million people currently are already, not 1 million, only 500,000, but you know, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, all these things, you know, if you haven't already. Most of you I know already have, but you know. But this is how you win with Demon Hunter. You get a bunch of studies, you get a bunch of wolves, you abuse them as hard as possible, and your opponent has no way to win. We actually had some very interesting games where we had to win without the wolves, which was cool. It was a very interesting run, so that's cool. Got a little scary towards the end. But we did it. Format light bugs. A lot of gold. 400? Exactly 400, right? 400 plus golden rare. Okay. Bye-bye.